Just jump. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. What is up? What is up, everyone? Welcome to another stream. Where a group of high-value engineers come together. High-value software engineers, rather. Come together to extract and absorb all the value to become the best of the best of the bestest. Yes. All right, let me first do some administration. Let the world know shit is happening. Discord. And the music is gone. Actually, what's going on here? Let me do this. Arcadius, what is up, my man? Arcadius, always present. Or most of the time. Where is Discord thingy? Here. Discord announcements at everyone. Sent. Boom. And today we are going to... we already built a microservice with JSON transport where we can send JSON requests for the API. But today we are going to add gRPC on top of JSON. You know what I mean? Where we can also use JSON, but also gRPC at the same time. That's amazing. John Otero. Hi, Anthony. We are the army. Yes, we are the army of the high-value software engineers. Upton, I know yesterday you already mentioned your name, how I need to pronounce it, but I already forgot. My bad. All right. Oh, let me warm up my hands because they are cold. The winter is coming. We are the king of the north. But without hair, unfortunately. And not so cute as Jon Snow. I know, but hey. You need to deal with that. There is no other choice. All right, let me do this. Boom. Back in the corner where I belong. Man. Let me first let me first see. Kamal, what is up, man? Kamal, the goat. The top chatter. The top collaborator here. Kamal. It is what it is. Sometimes, it is what it is. Kamal is the GOAT for now. Who is going to take away his throne? Who is going to do that? I have all the metrics to confirm Kamal is the current GOAT of the chat. What did we do? I added a readme. Yeah, readme. Because we need it, because we're going to install protobuffers, gRPC, and all that stuff. The compiler, because Golang will generate the whole shebang, so we don't need to. What is up, Mr. Special Sign? If I saw your name, I would call you with your name, but I cannot read that stuff. Gorbenko, what is up? All right, so we're gonna first. Let's go to service. Let's service like this, right? We have a price service, which is basically a simple microservice, which we mocked for now. Where is our mock? I have no clue where the mock is. Server, maybe? Service. What's going on here? Price service. What is going on? Where is our mock? Don't we sleep? We don't sleep. It doesn't matter. So we mock the price, we fetch a crypto price. It could be Ethereum, BTC, or the GG coin, of course, which is worth more than the rest, of course. And we basically abstract everything, right? So we have our business logic. But let me quickly open up these things because I'm actually... what do we have here? We have the API, main. Service, yeah. Hey, it's minimalistic, but it works. Let me open up JSON so we can test this. Let me first make run this thing. Make run like this. I don't know what port it will run. I forgot. 3000 is the standard. Let me open up Postman so we can test the JSON, and then we are going to the task at hand, which is implementing gRPC, transport, server and client. Postman. Postman in the cloud, 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the time? Which port is this? 3000, and I have no clue how to access it. It's a very long time. So basically, gRPC, protobuffer, very easy, but the install process can basically cause you some hair loss. Yes, hair loss. Man, what's going on here, man? We are not going to use Postman anymore. This is the last stream forever. I promise we are using Postman. I don't want to create a team. I don't want to go to a workspace. I want to do a request. And that's complicated these days. Fuck that shit. We're not going to do that. But in any way, it works, right? It works. You can use JSON and you can fetch the price and everything. Man, this Postman, man. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is basically... Yeah, Thunder client and VS Code. Yeah, I was... Install extensions. Thunder client. Thunder client. 3 million downloads. That should be good. Let's install this real quick because I'm sick and tired of Postman. I don't want to hear that name. I don't want to see it again for the rest of my life. Focus File Explorer, close that thing, and then how do we use this? How do we use this? Thunder client. Thunder client. Convert to Postman format. I'm not gonna do that. How do we do this? Kamal, help me. New request. Easy. Oh, ma, but this. Look at this, man. We're gonna say HTTP localhost, and then we're gonna say 3000. And I think it's gonna be, I don't know, price question mark equals ETH or something. Of course, we didn't make run. Look at this, man. What a quality of life improvement is this? Once again, Kamal. Invalid ticker. Man, why is this an invalid ticker? Look at this. BTC. Oh, it's ticker. Ticker equals. Or is it price? Question mark. Wait, let me quick. Guys, I already forgot. How do I open my main? API, real quick. It's /get ticker. Yeah, okay, fine. New request here. It's gonna be like this, right? Ticker, and then you're gonna say ticker is ETH. Sent. Yes, we did it. So this is our JSON microservice, and it's basically logging. We have also we can do instrumentation in a separate decorator function. We log everything out in a different function. Everything is separated. Our business logic is completely separated from the requests, from literally everything, right? So if we need to change something, if we want to do extra logging, or we want to add a post to instrumentation to Prometheus, or we want to store something in a cache, we don't need to touch the business logic. Isn't that amazing? That is the wet dream of every engineer, of every project manager, of every CTO. All right, and now we're gonna do gRPC, and then everybody's basically happy because, yeah, because it is what it is. All right, this could be a bumpy ride. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, but let's open up a README real quick here, because I made a README, and let's open up main here. I made a README because you can literally take 2 hours to install that stuff if you're having the wrong Stack Overflow page. Trust me. So for the people, I'm gonna put this on GitHub, and you guys will have a smooth and silky road. Just finished training, going home to be the bestest. Johannes. I hope it was lag day, my man. Did this work? What is going on here? Damn, okay, I have proper nickname now. Yeah, you have a proper nickname. I don't know what happened, but hey. All right, so what we're gonna do first is basically open up the makefile. We're gonna open up the makefile because we're gonna do a proto thingy right here. And what this is gonna be, I'm gonna quickly Google that. Give me a minute, because like I said before, you just type in gRPC Golang and you don't see this, I know, but you don't need to see this. Just hold on. The only thing I need is this, and you're gonna see it in just a minute. Boom, boom, boom. Right, this thing. So we need to say protoc out with a lot of shenanigans for these paths. I just copied this from the Golang basic documentation. You don't need to remember this. Knowing this on the top of your head is completely useless and will take memory, will take some RAM that is not needed. So don't do that, right? The only thing we need to do is change this. Root guide / root guide proto. I know Google is a very amazing company, but the tutorial on protobuffers is completely garbage and trash. A root guide. I mean, I'm sorry, but you missed the boat there. So we're gonna say this is gonna be the folder, right? So let's first make this so it will make sense. We're gonna say here new folder, and we're gonna call this proto. Right? Makes sense, right? And in this proto, we're gonna make a new file, and that's gonna be whatever you want to be. Or we're gonna say service proto, right? You can call this whatever you like, just like Drake or whoever made that song. You can call me whenever you like. Yes, service proto, right? That's our proto file. That's where we are going to write our definitions, our server, and our messages to a request and a response. And then we need to call our makefile because we need to compile this, and Golang will do some shenanigans, and it will generate Go files with a lot of things in it, which you never want to read, and you never want to be in there because you will have hair loss. So don't do it. Yes, so now we need to adjust our makefile because we're going to say here, it's going to be the proto folder, and it's going to be the service proto, right? Like this. And then what we're also going to do is a phony, because otherwise the cache, just do it. And I don't know how this works. I think it's proto like this. Because it's going to say, if we run our makefile, it's going to say proto already up to date or something, right? Been there, done that. I'm going to like always, I'm going with my head into the shit first, so you don't need to. Okay. Let's try. Let's go to service proto. Service proto, right? So we're going to say, first of all, we're going to say syntax is going to be, I think it's like this. Proto 3. And then we're going to say, for example, I think it's service. We're going to call this price fetcher, right? Because let's open up service here real quick. Service. Our service is called the price fetcher. It does not need to have the same name, but hey, let's be consistent. We're going to say service price fetcher, and that's going to be, it's going to have one method, right? We have one method here, and that's a fetch price, all right? So we're going to make, let me put out this cell phone because I'm busy, right? People need to understand that. We're going to say RPC, and we're going to say fetch price, right? Fetch price, like this. And it's going to take something here, and it's going to return something here, right? What's going to take in? It's going to take in a request. So we're going to say message a price request or something. I don't know. Message price request west, like this, and it's gonna not. Let's do this, right? For now. Price, maybe a fetch price request is fine. We're gonna say we need a string, right? Why? Because like here, we need a string here because we're gonna fetch the price by the ticker, and the ticker is a string, right? So we're gonna say ticker equals 1. That's needed. Why? Because that's what protobuf requires. No questions asked. No further questions asked. Then we have a price response, which will be what if we ask for a price for a certain ticket, what will it respond? Well, it will respond. Where do we have this actually? I think in types. Yeah, we will have a price response. A ticket and a price, easy. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say a ticket is 1, and then we're going to say a float, because float64 does not exist in protobuffer. And that's going to be a price, right? And that's going to be 2. You see the point, right? If you want to add some more values, then this is going to be 3, right? And if you add more, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the name of the game. And that's basically it. Then we're going to say RPC, fetch price. We're going to take in a price request, like this. And what's going on? Basically faster. We are implementing gRPC. And I know you know. I know you know. You're a smart guy. And then we're going to say price response, like this. And I think we need to do this. And it's already done. So the next thing we should actually do is compile, but it's not going to work because it's protobuffer. Make proto. Make proto, boom. And it's going to say proto gen gRPC unable to determine the Go import path. And here you're going to make some mistakes. So the only thing you're going to do, just copy me. You're going to say there is an option for Go, which a protobuf option. It's not. I don't think it's general protobuffer, but you can do this in if you compile it for Go, right? And it's. I think option is something that's a general protobuffer thing for these kind of shenanigans. I think it's option equals Go imports and man, I could be wrong, and that's going to be your import path, right? So if you open up the folder, as you know, we always do github.com/ntm/your project, right? It could be github.com/James at the water cooler /your project. It's the same thing we're going to do, right? The same thing. For example, here in main or in service, you see github.com syrups and lockers. It's the same thing, right? So we're going to say github.com/ntm, which is me. And then we're going to say proto. No, we're going to say micro. I think it's micro. I named this project micro for some reason. Microservice, maybe. And then we're going to say proto. Why? Because proto. Because it's sitting in this package proto, right? And of course, we need to have semicolons 2022, but still need it. It's not Go imports. It's Go import. I need to look that up real quick. Wait, proto buffer Golang imports option. Real quick. Go package. God damn it. Go package. My bad. Yes. All right. This is basically the bootstrap stuff. I know it's needed. It's needed, but if you follow this, you will install this faster than anybody else, because sometimes it can be a pain in the ass. Trust me, because you will have a wrong version of protobuffer. You will have not a gRPC compiler. It's gonna be it's nasty. Federico, what is up, man? Pampula, can you explain gRPC in a few seconds? In a few sentences. gRPC is a way to communicate between server and client over protobuffer. Protobuffer is a binary serialization protocol that serializes anything into a binary format. And protobuffer is very widely used and adopted, which basically means that if you are using Golang and you're serializing your structs, your thingies, your requests, your responses, your types actually in protobuffer, then basically any other language can understand that. They can just import protobuffer themselves, and they can, if it's JavaScript or Java or Rust, they can easily communicate with your server because they also have protobuf, right? It's a protocol. And gRPC is basically something, I think also from Google, where you can implement a server and a client, and it will handle, it's basically an RPC, it's basically a JSON RPC, but over gRPC. It's the same thing, but different, right? Instead of sending JSON, you send protobuffers, and you will get protobuffers in response, right? That's basically it. It's a way of communicating. Of course, there will probably be someone that can explain this a little bit better, but that's the only thing that really matters, is that you understand that it's just a way of communicating between client and server, right? If you implement gRPC in Golang, your service, anybody else can, in JavaScript or in Java or Scala or whatever, C++, C, you call it, they can just import these packages, boom, and they can interact with your service, just like that. That's it. All right, so let's see. We're probably not gonna compile this. Make proto. Yes, we did it. And I think there will be errors here because you see, if you have these errors, then you need to import these packages real quick. So we're going to say go get github.com. Is it this? I think it should be this, to be honest, as far as I remember. You see, that's why you're going to import the wrong things and it's not going to work, and you're going to be frustrated. No dopamine, and no dopamine means you're going to quit. Please, tell me that it's going to work. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think we're good. So we did make proto. It compiles everything into this service gRPC thing. Like this, you don't want to be in this file, and you don't also want to be in this file. It's all pre-generated, so you can just import it and call it a day. All right. Cool. Let me quickly close all editors real quick to have a clean sheet, and then do this, and then open up. Wait, we're going to make a new file. We have API, right? And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this, and I'm going to rename this to JSON API, right? This is our JSON API. Let me open it, and it will handle our microservice with a JSON transport. Insider, gRPC is the Google remote procedure call. Google remote procedure call. It's a way of one machine to be able to call a subroutine on another machine through common interface. Exactly. Like I said, but in one sentence instead of talking 10 minutes. Thank you, Insider, for this information. So we have JSON transport, and now we're going to add a new file. It's going to be gRPC, gRPC server or something. I don't know. We can do whatever we want. We're going to say package main. And we're going to say type, and there's going to be a gRPC. We need a server and an. I'm going to say gRPC price fetcher, just like this. And we're going to say it's going to be a struct. Right, and let me open up service on the other side real quick so you guys can see why we do this, right? Okay, cool. So what do we need? Well, we need to wrap our service, right? This is our business logic, right? This thing is our business logic. And we are going to say, and I thought we had this mock thingy, but apparently not. It is what it is. We're going to say service, and that's going to be a price. It's going to be the interface, right? So we could do this with small caps, price service, but that's basically the structure, which is the implementation of our interface. We don't want that. We want the interface, right? So we're going to say the interface is the capital P, the price service, just like that. And then we're going to say maybe a constructor or something, new gRPC price service, like this. It's going to return a gRPC price fetcher, like this. It will take in an SVC. It will take in this price service like this. And then we're going to just return the gRPC price fetcher. And then we're going to say that the service is going to be the service, right? I think. It took me 10 minutes to compile the sentence to make sense. Yeah, exactly. That's it. So, yeah. Then we're going to say func. We're going to implement a shenanigans. We're going to say server, which is the gRPC price. Actually, we could call it fetcher. It doesn't matter. S, F, A, G, G, whatever you want to name this. Let's make it PF from price fetcher. So what are we going to do here? We're going to implement the gRPC thingy. Interface. And that's basically, let me open up the, wait. How can I do this? It's in proto here because it's going to be this one. Where is this interface? Here, this one. The price fetcher server. This interface. We need to implement that. So we need to implement the fetch price with a context, a price request, and a price response and an error. Easy. And then we need to do this must unimplement yada. But that's for later on. And actually, this price fetcher server, so what we're going to do is in our gRPC server, let's do this price fetcher server to make it more sense. I know. And we're going to say here, it's going to be the server, right? Man, I swear to God, you're going to be a gRPC god or goddess, right? So we're going to say, damn, I forgot. I forgot what thing it needs to fetch price, right? Fetch price, yeah, my bad. So we're going to say fetch price. We're going to say, let's close up these things here. CTX, but we're not going to, yeah, we're going to use it actually. And that's why we are using a CTX. You're going to see why are we using context in our service here. I said in the previous episode, because then we are compatible with the whole world. And you see, we're going to be compatible. So we're going to say context, context. And then we're going to take in request. No, what's going on here? A request, yeah. And that's going to be a pointer to a proto price request. Request, what's going on? Type hints, please. Yes. And that's this one, right? Let me open up the proto file. You see? Price request, price response. Easy. So we're gonna return. Let me close up these shenanigans here because it's gonna be a long ride. Context thing, and then we're gonna say it's gonna return a pointer to a proto price response, and then of course an error, right? And then we're gonna let's save this, and it's all fine. So how are we going to handle this? It's very easy because what we're going to say is we're going to say actually that the response is going to be let's first fetch the price, right? Let's do that. First things first. You're going to say that the price and the error is going to be I don't like PF. I'm going to call S because we have a server. We're going to, it's my OCD. I'm so sorry. Price error is going to be S or service, right? Let's open up service once again because I want to be very, very clear. Why is this? Yeah. This thing, right? This price service is an interface, which is this thing. But we are going to give this in our main, this thing, you know? Something that implements the price service interface, right? Which is basically anything that has this function inside of it. We can call on this price service also fetch price, giving a context and a string. So let's do that. So we're going to say service fetch price. We're going to put in the context, right? You see, compatible here and here. And then we're going to say it's going to be the request ticker, right? Because the request ticker If you open up the proto once again, you see, we have a ticket here, right? Amir, how are you today? I'm fine, thank you. How are you today? I have a very good day because you are here. You all are here, right? All right, so we're going to say price R, and then we're going to say, of course, if the error is not nil, then we're going to say return, because it's a pointer, we can say nil R. And then we're going to say, make me a response, which is going to be a pointer to a pointer, which is the reference pointer, whatever, to a proto price response, like this, right? And we're going to respond with the ticker and the price, right? Remember our proto signature, ticker, price. So we're going to say, is it, oh yeah. It's going to be the request ticker, right? And then we're going to say that the price is going to be the price we fetched with our price fetcher business logic implementation, which totally lives in another world. It's not here, it's not there, it's somewhere. And we don't care. It's business logic, and we, our boss, made a GitHub issue that we needed to implement the gRPC service because they want that, because JSON is too slow. That's the business task. You need to think about it like that. So the only thing we need to do is implement our gRPC server and client, and we don't need to touch anything else, because the guy before you, me, or you, has implemented this microservice in that way, engineered it in such way that nobody needs to touch the business logic. What a gamer! Unbelievable! Promote this guy. Man. Okay, so, of course, right? We have an error, and I already know what it is, because this price is a float 64, but protobuf requires a float 32. So we're going to say float 32 price, right? Then we have a response, and then it's very easy, because the only thing we need to do is return the response and an error, right? We do not even need to do logging, because it's already been done. And we don't need to touch it. It's amazing. I'm still so hyped about it. Hi, have you finished with your GG poker? No, man. Not at all. Not at all. We are getting up to speed with the GG poker. But from time to time, I do these variation streams where we do other things. For example, a microservice or some other stuff, right? And today it's microservice shenanigans. I'm trying to educate you with real business use cases, with real code you're gonna write in your day-to-day life in a company. Because most of these tutorials are basically tutorial code, right? It's, oh nice, look, I can write Rust, I can write Golang, but then you go to your job and you will choke because you don't know what to do, because it's completely different, right? You will cry because you're insecure, and now you will not be insecure because you will already know more than the whole fucking team together. So for the people that are not subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up, leave some questions in the comment, and jump into my Discord, because there is value to be extracted each and every single day. And it is what it is. It's true. Just inspect it for yourself, and no money, no pleasure, money back or something. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, you can hop out, but you will stay. Cool. Yes. Look at this, already done. But now we need to do some other shenanigans. So now we need to implement. Yeah, we have time. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So we can take it a little bit slower. So this is our gRPC price fetcher service, right? But now we need to make a gRPC server. And I know it's confusing because we have the gRPC price fetcher server, and then I know, but it's Google, man. Sometimes. I'm thinking how we're gonna do this. Let's start with a simple function. We're gonna make func make. Let's make it. It's all in the main, right? So it doesn't matter. Make gRPC server Discord better than university. It is. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna make me say things that people don't like, but stop going to the university. Drop out of school and spend your time wisely, because it makes no sense. Make gRPC server. Nobody cares that how many bytes an int has, right? I mean, that's not gonna make you any money. 3 bytes, right? Make gRPC server. Wait, we're getting off track. And run or something. We're gonna refactor this. Trust me. It's just for. All right. So we're gonna say, and now I need to look things up, because I don't know it at the top of my head. Maybe I can do it. Maybe not. All right. So we're gonna say that the server is going to be gRPC new server. Let me quickly check. Oh shit, there is no definition. There is server option. I think it's like options. There's going to be a slice of gRPC. I'm so sorry. I need to trigger my brain here. Server option. Yes, it is. I was right. Like this, right? And then we go say options. You know what? Fuck. We're gonna say ops. Like this. Ops. Special ops. Yari. Okay, that's our server, right? Then we need. I'm gonna look it up, because I literally, there's something. It's very simple, but let me quickly see what real quick. It's just a server syntax. Wait, let's first do let's make this thing I'm gonna call it a service. I'm gonna call this also the service. Man, it's gonna be complex. It's gonna be the price service, right? Because and I will explain. I'm gonna say gRPC price fetcher here, and that's gonna be a new gRPC price fetcher, and then we're gonna give in the service, right? Does that make sense, right? So we have. Let me open up another screen. Open up service real quick. So we have this service, this interface, and this implementation. Where is it? This implementation, right? So we're going to call make gRPC server and run. We're going to put that price service in, so we can put that into this guy, which is this guy, which we'll call this, right? And now I need to do server serve, but I'm thinking the listener. We need a listener. So let's make it here. ln R is going to be net listen TCP. I know that because I'm literally the Golang networking god. And if you don't believe me, check my YouTube channel. I know everything at the top of my head, guys. The net stuff. Damn, we also need a listen adder, right? Because our JSON will listen to a port, right? 3000, but the gRPC will also have its own port, right? And then we boot up these two guys together, and then the normies can use JSON on 3000, and the besties can do gRPC on 4000. Sounds like a good deal to me. String, and I will be open for questions later on, no worries. And if you have a question, please feel free to ask. Yeah, TCP, and then this is the listen adder. Yeah. And we're gonna make this a little bit cleaner later on, trust me. Just need to make sure that things are working. If add is not nil, We're gonna return the R. Yeah. Then we have this listener. So, but we need to do. Oh yeah, we need to register this. I think it was proto. Register. Man, I remember. Register. Proto. Yes. What is this? Yes. So we need to register this for some reason. Don't ask me why. I just agree with it and I don't think about it. With the server, right? With the price fetcher server. And this will be the gRPC thing we just created. So the gRPC server. We are here. Right. So we need to do. This will be the server. And this will be our gRPC price fetcher. Yeah. I know what we're missing. Let me see. It's probably this unimplemented shenanigans. Yes. The error you have right now could be something you will have also. And it will cause you some time to realize what's going on. So I'm going to fix it for you and I'm going to explain. So let's open up back this this thing. You see? Our price fetcher service, right? Let me open up the gRPC server here real quick. Our price fetcher service, which is this guy, right? This guy. He needs to implement fetch price, right? Fetch price here. All good. But he also needs to implement, because this is an interface, this must embed unimplemented shenanigans. And as far as I remember, we can do that by calling a function that's already been written. Where is it? I think it's, I'm gonna see, it's unimplemented server. Is it this or just that? Yes, already been fixed. So you can basically, in Golang, a very nice trick is to embed other things in other things. Other structs in other structs, and they will inherit, and I don't like to say this word, but you can compose. That's maybe a better word. In Golang, it's all about composability. You can compose structs in structs to compose what you want, right? You can combine multiple interfaces. That's pretty neat. What tools do you use to test gRPC? None. It's actually a good question. And I think we should do a third series about this, a third episode where we are going to implement our JSON HTTP test with the HTTP recorder and everything, and also test our gRPC service. Because if you're willing to write production code for a company, you will need to have tests, or the guys will not deploy this thing. They won't. So very good. Lenagam, thank you for mentioning this. So we're going to do a third episode where we're going to test this. George St. Pierre was a good fighter, but yeah, this guy is he's too old, right? I don't know. I'm still waiting for McGregor. Yeah, shut your fucking yeah, for him to come back, because he was my. I loved him. I believe the best way to learn is by imitating. That's true. It's something I'm gonna tell you this. The way that I learn. Look, listen. I'm gonna tell you something very important. And I already did a tweet about this, and people were laughing at me. But they don't know. They don't know. I tweeted this before. Long time ago. So in life, all these things were the same. So when I was younger and I was coding, I was a rookie, right? Which you actually always be, right? There's always so much room to learn. The gap never closes, right? The gap never closes. In my opinion, the gap only grows, right? If you're a beginning programmer, you can only learn so much things. But as you get more experience, you can learn this. You see, it's the possibilities only gets bigger. But what I did was I watched a lot of streams. No lie. I watched Jonathan Blow. I watched George Hotz. And these guys were so fast and they were so smart and they were doing these things, and I was just mimicking their behavior. They're using Emacs and Vim, so the first thing I did was throw away my mouse using Vim, and I was mimicking them. Although I was very bad, right? But I visualized myself, and this sounds very funny, but that's exactly how I did it. I visualized myself that I was good. That I was good. That I was the man. When I was doing simple stuff, I was mimicking their behavior, so I felt like a god. But I know I didn't was one, but I felt like it. And it kept me going. You know what I mean? I had the same thing in games, right? When I first started gaming these Counter-Strike, League of Legends, I was a fucking noob, but I was mimicking the pros, their behavior. And I felt good. That's how you improve. Trust me. That's how you improve. Just mimic, copy success. I did the same, and I still do the same. I still fucking do the same. All right. What's going on with these options? Is it like this? Yeah. Proto register price. Yeah. And then we need to say, what's going on? Why do we have two windows with the same thing? I don't know. Brad Merrick, I do the same thing after watching GeoHots. Exactly. Brad, that's exactly the thing. What you're telling me, I know that I already know that you know more than a lot of people. Just by telling me this. I don't know who you are. I don't know what language you write. But I have a business myself. If I need to hire one and you tell me this, I probably won't look at your CV. I don't care. Because this guy is literally... It is good. It is what it is. This guy can solve problems, right? And he doesn't give a shit. He just writes code. Simple. He has swag. He has charisma. He gets things done, right? What more do you need, right? And I would suggest to watch Jonathan Blow on Twitch or on YouTube. All his Twitch streams are there where he's creating his own language, programming language. This guy is insane. He's not that... It's a different kind of guy than GeoHots, but those two are the goats. Trust me. They also know what's going on, right? They know that the software industry, the tech community is legit garbage, that everybody has these metas that are completely trash, right? These guys know that, and they will explain why. Alan, this listener is very important because we need to do server listen. Serve. Is it serve? Yes, serve. And that's why type hints are can be very handy, because if you don't know exactly and you can see some hints, not because you cannot type, but just because you know, oh, it's there. That was a name. That can be interesting for things you don't do that much. And then we need to say ln. And this will return an error, I guess. Yes, so we can say return. Maybe some spacing. I don't like this function because if you go to main, right, you see what we do. We say server is a new JSON API server. We do port and service, which is basically the same thing as we do. What the hell's going on? As we do here, and then we say server run. And I actually want to do the same with gRPC, but we're going to see how we're going to make this. So we're going to make our service. JSON API port. Is that a thing? We're going to do this. We're going to do JSON. Is that conflicting with the package? No. Listen address of the JSON transport, right? Then we're going to copy this guy. And maybe we do var to make it clean, right? Var, hop, hop, and hop. You see, then it's nicely indented. And then we're going to make gRPC. That can conflict, I think. But we will see. gRPC. 4000. Listen address of the gRPC transport. And you see where it's going, right? You can. What's going on here? Hello. We can add multiple things, right? You can have thrift, right? Thrift or something, or whatever your boss wants you to implement, right? I don't like this JSON. I mean, this makes no sense. We're gonna say JSON. We're gonna make a JSON header, right? Just like that. Up. Yes. And then we're gonna say here, it's gonna be the JSON server. JSON server. JSON server. What's going on? Yes. And now we're gonna instantiate the gRPC. Congrats, Brad, you're hired. Tuck. Johannes, you need to do the McGregor loose hand walk when you start coding. I do this all the time. Trust me, I'm the king. I'm the Conor McGregor loose hand walk all the time in the gym. I do it everywhere. I do it at parties. You know. Ask my friends. Ask my friends. I know literally every single trash line. He's the best, right? There is no one better than McGregor in dissing people. I don't know. Sometimes I think, is that a script or something he studies, or is it just he can't fucking diss you, man? This guy is insane. He's cocky, he's arrogant, but I think it's not arrogant. I think it's confidence. It's confidence. You know what I mean? I think it's confidence. Maybe I like it. I think if you're good, if you're the best, man, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It is the same thing with Elon Musk. People are crying, oh, the blue check. This guy is the richest man on earth. What are you going to do? He doesn't care, man. He can literally put fire on Twitter and delete it. He doesn't care, right? So why are people crying? Stop crying. Get better. Wipe your tears. JSON server, JSON, yeah, we're going to say gRPC. No, we're going to say yes. No. New gRPC price, no. What is this function? Make gRPC and run. Make gRPC and run, and then we're going to say gRPC pointer to this thing. And the service, right? So we're going to use the same service. Do we need to go? I think this blocks, right? The serve thingy. It will block, right? Ooh. What's this? What the hell? Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. This is next level. Man, this code, man. Crazy. Man, this is complex. You don't want to be in here. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. We will see what's going on. All right, so we have this. Yeah, I think it's already gonna work. Make run. Okay, then we're gonna use our client, right? Because now, of course, because gRPC, we don't have any. We cannot communicate with gRPC unless we implement the client. So we need to do that. And I think we have a client package. Yes, client. A couple things we can actually adjust here. Client is basically just a struct, and in my opinion, we should have something like a type client, like this, and it should be an interface, right? Interface, where the fetch price, it should be fetch price, something like that. Because we're gonna have two clients, JSON and an gRPC. Well, we'll do the same thing, but over another transport. And if you, for example, have a structure that will hold one of these, or maybe both, you could actually use an interface where you can put one of those two in. It doesn't matter if it's JSON or gRPC, it will do the same thing, just over another transport. You don't care. Sandy, what is up, man? Welcome. We can do that to fine point it if we have time left, right? Because I just want to make it work right now. That's the first thing you always need to do. A very important lesson is first make it work, then make it better. You make it work, you write your test, you make it better. And then if you stumble upon adoption, right? If you have the luxury problem of bottlenecked by your implementation, then you can make it faster. But most of the time, that won't happen, right? It won't. So don't worry about performance. Solve the problem. Solve the problem. Take the money and call it a day. That's your only concern. Your only concern is to fill your bank account, right? So you can keep your girl. Girl. I don't know. I keep it with one. But I don't know, you guys. I don't know. If you guys are Andrew Tate fans, maybe, I don't know. Then you have multiple girls, right? And that's expensive. So that's why you need to become a high-value software engineer. Or men, right? Or multiple mens. You could be a girl with multiple mens. You could also be a man with multiple mens. I mean, you're 2022. Everything is possible, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're going to make this client. I actually think it's super simple to make this client, to be honest. It's going to be... you see, we're already in conflict here. Because client, I want to make it... Let's do this. gRPC client. Let's say the listen header. Dial. Nah. Remote header. Didn't have one. Iceberg, well, Iceberg. If you don't have one, to be honest, it could be a benefit. I need to be careful with what I say, but it could be a benefit, right? If you're alone, you can focus on your tasks, you can focus on your life, and you can do whatever you want. Remote header is going to be a string. And then we're going to say this is going to be a gRPC. Unless we're going to... First things first. gRPC new client. Look at easy. Look at how easy this is. What's going on? This is not what we want. Go kit transport. What is this? Price fetcher client. Client. Client con. Client response function. What the hell is this? It's the gRPC. Is it the proto? Proto client. Yes, it's the proto fetcher client. Yes, and we're going to say. I have no clue. A gRPC client con interface. Oof. I think it's con. I'm not quite sure. I think it's con R, and that's gonna be something like gRPC dial. Yes. And yes, we're gonna say remote header. And then we need to do these stupid options, and I remember, and I think you need to have this insecure thingy. Trust me, I have all these issues before. Been there, done that. But how do we do this? gRPC with insecure? Yes. A function maybe? Oh, man. Okay, this need to be... we need to return an error here also. If error is not null, we're gonna return null and an error. And then we're gonna say, put the con in this guy. And actually... What does this return? Return C and null. I think we are wrong. What is C? What is C? Fetch a client. It's not a pointer. What is happening to the cryptos? Oh, BTC dipping, is it? Oh wait, let me see. Okay, I'm getting live updates from the community. Let me see. I literally unexposed for a very long time, and once again, I can tell you so much things about it, but you won't believe me. You literally won't believe me because you will you will think that what I'm telling you sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. It is. Yeah, of course. But like I told it in my community on Discord. I told, man, this FTX Binance stuff. It's no good. It's no good. Because if you think about this, look at all these YouTube videos about FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. These guys are very wealthy. He's rich. He's a rich guy. He's very smart. And now this happens. Something is not quite right. If you know what I mean. If you're somewhat of a person that thinks a little bit deeper. Some people say, oh yeah, and they call it a day. But I'm always thinking, huh? Why? And this doesn't sound too good, to be honest. We will see how this will play out, right? It's going to be a fun time to be on Twitter. Better than any Netflix show. Yes. Okay, guys. I think not quite sure if this is the best implementation. I know. We're gonna fix that, but just to make things work. Man, I'm pronouncing work. It's work. How are we gonna do this? What we're gonna do is we're gonna do some shenanigans. What the hell's going on here? We're gonna do. Let me close this real quick. I think we're gonna make a go-func here. Just to test, right? We're gonna make a go-func like this, and then we're gonna say time sleep, maybe 3 seconds or something. Time second. Yes, and then we're gonna say. Let's first create a client. gRPC client is gonna be error. Is going to be client, new gRPC client, and then we're going to say 4000, right, this guy? If r is not nil, then we're going to log fatal out is r. Yes. Let's save it. Yes, all good. And then we're going to say here, gRPC client, fetch price. Well, what does it need? A context. Okay. So we're gonna say, let's make a context here real quick. This thing can actually be here, right? This service. It's good. And we can also say the CTX, which is gonna be a context background, right? Hola. Yes. And then we're gonna say this. The CTX here, and then we need a proto price request, right? Remember from this proto file, price request. So we're gonna say n. I think it's a pointer. N proto price request, and we're gonna say the ticker. What ticker do we want? BTC maybe. Although the price will be different, right? Because we have a hard-coded price. I know. And we're gonna have a response and an error, and then we're gonna yoink this real quick here, hop, paste it in here, and then we're gonna say fmt print f percentage plus v for super verbose new line, and then we're gonna say a response, and that should normally work. And if it's not, then we will make it work. Make run, please. Once again, In companies, you have 1 day to do this. And we did it in 1 hour. So we can play League of Legends for 7 hours. Isn't that amazing? Or we could do 8 other jobs at the same time, right? And be rich. It is what it is. Okay, the request ID is nil for the Harry Potters besides us. We can fix that, right? We could do in this took 500 nanoseconds. Yeah, but that's Actually, we can test this, right? So it's 500 nanoseconds, right? Where is Thunder client? How do we do this? Thunder client, new request. Look at this. Why doesn't it save my thing? HTTP / localhost port 3000, right? Because we have both thingies. We can question mark taker equals BDC. Boom. I'm confused. I have no clue which one is faster. I don't know. This is nanoseconds. What is this actually? What is this? Is that even faster? Oh no. I know. Where are the Can you please show us your makefile? Yeah, man. And Amir and I will share everything on GitHub, man. So you can use that. What the hell's going on? Why? What is faster? I don't know. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Where's main? New ticket. Yank here. Actually, we're sleeping. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Ticket. We don't need ticket. It's fine for one time. You see, we're fetching prices. And then, at the same time, we're doing these JSON. Look at this. JSON, and it's working fine. Look at this. It's amazing, right? Logging and all the shebang. And of course, we don't have a request ID for our gRPC, right? So we can actually fix this. Let's close it here because I don't know what the keybinds are for that thing. We can go to gRPC server like this, and then we could say. What can we say? Here. I know. We need to use something else, right? A UUID or something. I understand, but I'm not gonna hassle with that stuff. We're gonna say rand int n, and then we're gonna say this and call it a day, right? And then we're gonna say context ctx. How is it called here in our logging? Guys, this is amazing. Look at this. So we have this request ID, right? Yes, we're going to say ctx equals context with value. And it's going to be the request ID. Request ID. Yes, like this. And then we're going to say the rec ID. Something like that. Why is it not working? With value. Oh, yeah, of course. We need to wrap a context, right? We need to wrap the old context like this and then call it a day. And normally, if we make run right now, it should work out of the bat. Request ID, you see? Didn't we touch business logic? No. Didn't we touch our JSON server? No. Didn't we touch our logging? No. Instrumentation? No. And it works fine. That's the power of making these services composable with the decorated pattern, right? That's what I want to teach you. That's basic. I don't think anybody on the internet is teaching you this. And if you find one, then maybe we should do a collab, because we are the goats and you know it. And it could be a little bit difficult to understand it at first. I understand this, but once you have the grasp of it's very simple, guys, because this is a very small project, right? And although it does not fetch a real price, you could, I mean, it's just this function, just do one HTTP call to Binance, because FTX, I don't know how long they will be in business, but you can fetch CoinMarketCap or whatever just here and return it, and it's done, right? This is about microservices, not about how to do an HTTP call, right? Get facts and all that stuff. Hey, come on. Akan, it's okay, man. What up, man? It's 1,000 times faster than using gRPC. Yes, I can believe that. That's why it's also invented, right? Because if JSON was the fastest thing, then everybody should use it. But the main difference between JSON is it's not a binary format, right? JSON are strings, and you need to marshal and unmarshal strings, and doing string operations is filthy. It's strings are dirty, right? Strings are computational, not performant for a computer, right? But binary format, that's easy, right? Binary format, that's what a computer can understand. It's very easy to send over the wire, very easy to marshal and unmarshal, and that stuff, right? Yes. Ioannis, I think having a similar project consuming an API, implementation, some useful business logic with it, and understanding exactly what the fuck is going on is very good thing to show to potential employees. Agree. Agree. If you show this, then if you have this, if you make this for your employee, this is. Of course, we need to do the test and stuff, and we're gonna do a separate episode with that. But the only thing what's going on with this VS Code thingy, man. The only thing that's missing, look at this, it's basically this, right? This is our business logic. Let me close these things. This is the business logic, right? But now we just say price okay comes from a map. I understand. But what would it be to do like price of the response? Is going to be something like HTTP gets what's going on here with your third-party provider, and then you just handle the response and you're done, right? Easy. It's same thing, right? Or some other business logic, but hey, that's up to you. That's not the case here, and I'm pretty sure, Ioannis, you can implement any business logic you want in here. I know you can. This is about how to structure your microservice for scale. And not for scale because we have Docker, right? Can we do Docker? How do we do this Docker thing? We have a Docker file. We have a Docker file. Check the previous episode to boot Docker. I think it's Docker. Docker not running. Docker client is not running on my PC. But if you want to know, we have the Docker file. And if you go to the previous episode, I will make some card in YouTube. I will fix it so you can just click it right now. I need to record the time. 1 hour 14. Yes, I need to remember that so I can put a card there. Then you can see how to Dockerize this thing. It's very simple. There are basically 2 commands you need to press, and it will be Dockerized, and you can hand it over to your DevOps team, and you can use gRPC and JSON at the same time. I meant taking the structure and making something useful as personal project is a good thing to show. Yeah, exactly. Yes, because this is how I wrote microservices in production. This concept, right? We make a client. I always made a client myself. If I was implementing APIs, I always made a client. Not everybody does this, but I already also made a client, right? A lot of people make the service business logic and they throw it into a handler. That's what they do, right? That's what people do. Don't get me wrong. People do this, right? So instead of, they go to API, right? They make a handler func with Go Fiber or some other bullshit framework. And they do this. Handle fetch price, which is the correct name. They will name it completely different, but hey, it is what it is. And they will put everything here. Everything here, right? That's what they do. That's what people do. Correct me if that's maybe what you're doing if you look at this, right? It's no shame. It's a beginner's mistake. They put everything here, or they make one separate function, and they will use this function here or something. Logging, the whole shebang. Handling errors, they put everything here. But I want to show you how to abstract everything. So with interfaces, so you can make this. Let's say, look, let's say you need to do an upgrade, but it's not compatible. You don't want to change this because people are depending on your API. The whole company is depending on your API. So what you need to do is this. You make v2, right? And then you can boot this up, right? You can, yeah, it's basically just another container, but you get where I'm going, right? You can put in another price service in here, right? You have this price service. Right, you have this price service, but you can make another one that implements the same interface, right? You could make it price service v2 and boot up a new container. This can be a new container that serves v2, for example. But you can keep the rest of the code so you don't break old containers that needs to be supported, if you know what I mean. And you don't need to change anything. The only thing you need to do is go to main, right? Is go to main and change. The only thing you need to do is implement a new price v2 here. This function can be different, right? You call it price v2. You put it on top, right? You just copy this like this. Hop, hop, hop. You call this price service v2. This can be the same thing. You call this price service v2 or whatever you want to name this. v2. And you do some other logic, other business logic, right? And then the only thing you need to do is say price service v2. And now it's not going to work, of course. Why? Should be. Why is this? Now I'm confused. Cannot use price service v2 literal value of as price. Wait, what the hell did we do? Did we make a mistake in this logging thing? Let me. Where is service? Well, we are in service. Price service. That needs to be the interface. Wait, what's going on? Okay, cool. This is confusing. We need to do something else. We're gonna say next here. Yeah, that's better. My bad. What's going on here? Wait. This works out of the bat. What's going on? Point to receiver. Like this, right? So now you can say, or I do the service v2 and everything will just work. You don't need to change your JSON RPC. You don't need to change your gRPC. You don't need to change anything. Just a new implementation. And of course, if you want to do the old one, then it's this one, right? We changed this because with this next thingy here, it didn't make sense. We made a mistake by saying price service directly instead of the interface, right? I hope you understand where I'm going here, right? Ooh, man. Wait, let me catch up this chat real quick. Tinkerbell also changed WebSocket with bidirectional gRPC. Yes, you can. You can stream, guys. You can also do streaming chat. You can make a chat, right? Because a chat is not RPC, right? An RPC is ping pong, right? You say ping, you get pong back. Or you say, give me the price, you will get the price back, right? Response, request, response. And streaming is basically, you're not waiting. Any of the two people, server or client, can send a message at first. While on an RPC, the server is waiting for a client request so it can respond. And with gRPC, you can do streaming also. But yeah, Kamal, you're 100% correct with that comment. Kamal said, Tinkerbell, gRPC makes sense between servers, not server and browser. That's true. That's true. Sandeep, isolating service component is a good pattern. Handler, services, storage, etc. This helps a ton with testability. Exactly. Exactly, because right now, if you do your logic and your handlers and everything, then you need to test your handlers, which is now you can just test your business logic separately, right? And you do not even need to put your logging, right? You can, because it's completely separated. Even your instrumentation, right? Because a lot of people will do here, for example, they will say Prometheus, gouge, whatever, increment 1 or something, I don't know, right? In your business logic. But why would you do that? Because in your test, then you're depending on Prometheus. So for every single test, you need to have a Prometheus mock. That's shenanigans. That's bad news, right? Now we don't need it because we decorate everything, right? You can test everything separately. That makes sense. Yes. What did I do here? I'm gonna remove this v2 thingy because I'm gonna commit this for people, so we don't make any mistake. This was next. I'm happy with that. So we need to do this. A pointer receiver, that's fine. We can make run. What's going on is make run. And it will do this main thingy. I will keep this in the main so you can see what's going on. It will every 3 seconds will fetch a price. Yeah. Are there any questions? Is there any concerns regarding this gRPC stuff or something else you want to talk about? I'm happy to resolve. Let me quickly see what is going on. And of course, for the people watching, because 50% of the people are not subscribed. So if you like the content that I'm providing, the value that I'm providing to you, the effort I'm putting in to make you a better engineer, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me the thumbs up. Leave a comment in the chat. Or in the comments. Leave a comment in the comments. Or jump into the Discord, right? Where we, if you have questions, where you can always reach me or ask with other like-minded people from the community. And if you really want for more exclusive content, you can go to my Patreon, because there I'm doing, if you take this is already a gold mine. On Patreon, we're making things, yeah. Crazy stuff. Johannes is for all the new subscribers, you will say yada 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 in a month from now on, whenever you watch a new crappy tutorial from a fake guru that now you look up to. Yeah, that's true. I'm not telling that there are a lot of that everybody is a fake guru, but listen, there are a lot of good tutorials out there, but there is one thing that all these tech people did not think about. They don't fill the gap. There is still a big gap, and you know what gap that is? It's the gap between tutorial code and your day-to-day job. Because you can watch every tutorial in the world, but you will choke if you need to do something in a company, right? It's a complete different animal, right? It's a complete different animal. It's the same thing if you do boxing, or you're into mixed martial arts or whatever, and you're training, right? And you're doing back workouts, right? You can be nice and flowy, right? Good footwork, right? Nice from the ball of your feet, right? Nice twist. The power comes from your hips, right? But if you need to fight in a cage or in the boxing ring, that's completely different, because you will choke, because it's not a boxing sack anymore. The people are moving, right? So that's the thing. That's the gap I'm trying to fill, right? I'm trying to do these blockchains, decentralized stuff, so you will see code that will be written for these things instead of to-do lists and everything, right? Yes. Ioannis, you think we can expand an open source repo in the future tutorial? Totally useful for everyday day-to-day job. Yeah, like I said, listen, like I said before, this is, in my opinion, this is already something you can use, although that the real business implementation is kind of scuffed, right? It's a fixed thing. That's the only thing. But again, Ioannis, hey, listen, I mentioned this in my Discord. On each month, each beginning of the month for the Patreons, I will write out a real business use case, right? Because like I said, I have started myself. I know things that needs to be happen. I know I worked for a lot of companies in the blockchain space, in distributed systems. Whatever I can give you, I'm going to write out each beginning of the month. I will write out a business use case that will reflect your day-to-day job, right? And by the end of the month, I will review this with all the people doing that. So we're going to review each other's code so we can learn about this. That's the most valuable thing you can have. And what kind of repo do you have in mind then, Ioannis? What kind of concept do you have in mind? A real business use case we make. So you can put that on your GitHub, on your CV. I will think about that, my man. Yeah, like I said, I think this for coding itself, I think this is good for today, right? If you have questions, I still have time to answer a lot of stuff. Maybe we can go off track. It doesn't matter. If you have any question, it literally does not matter. And I think I'm going to make a third episode of this where we are going to put the points on the why, or how you say that, I don't know. We're going to pinpoint precise this. We're going to refactor a little bit the client so we have an interface for the client. And we're going to write tests. And then you have a complete, and maybe we can implement some real HTTP call. The cargo framework, what is that, Kamal? I think you can link that right now. That's true for all the Patreon prize programs. I have 2 programs, 10 and 20. It's for the 20. It takes a lot of time. Let us be honest here, guys. I mean, listen, there are courses. I even don't sell my Patreon. You know that, right? Sometimes I mention this, but listen, the courses you buy on Udemy, They come not even close. And for the people that watch this and they don't believe me, check my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel itself is already better than whole fucking Udemy together. And look for yourself. Look for yourself. And come back to me with feedback. But on my Patreon, I'm making even more. I'm going more in depth in Patreon, making even more better stuff. And then yeah, it is what it is sometimes, man. I mean, and although I'm gonna keep streaming, and I'm gonna keep doing the poker thing, and I'm gonna keep making videos. But the most exclusive content, which is gonna be on Patreon for sure. I mean, it needs to be maintainable for myself, right? I put in a lot of effort, right? You need to understand that. Look at this, a Nightbot response. Oh, yeah. Let me commit this thing, actually. Let's add the whole shebang, and then we say git commits. Added. Yeah. Added the gRPC server and client. I tried to reject my card. We can take Go Ethereum and implement a small feature for fun, for example. Go Ethereum. I'm going to write my own blockchain again. That's a new plan I have. So I have the blockchain already implemented. Check my YouTube channel. But it's the first episodes were basically I was still new in streaming and recording. I'm gonna make it again, but with this perfect quality setup, right? But I'm gonna not use the account model. I'm gonna use the UTXO model, and I'm gonna use gRPC and protobuffers for that. I'm gonna make it lightning fast. And UTXO, so we're not going to do VM stuff. It's going to be just a blockchain with a consensus and UTXO for transactions, which basically teaches you how to build Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to do. Nightbot delete links. How is it possible? I told Nightbot that GitHub cannot be banned. What consensus? I'm not quite sure. We can do whatever we want. We can even make a consensus interface where we can inject, where we can put different consensus algorithms in it. We can use Raft, for example, which is for private blockchains or something. But you can also use a proof of stake, which I actually all need to do for the other blockchain also. I really want to do that. And check my GitHub. Look, I'm going to show you something. For the people that are doubting once again, right? I will once again. What's going on with NDM? I know, I look like a sick child on this picture. I know. HBBFT. HBBFT. This is written 5 years ago by your boy. I swear to you, this Honey Badger, I won 50k with this thing, right? I won the head prize. Of course, it's an existing algorithm. I didn't invent it, right? And that's what I want to say. You don't need to invent these things. You just need to read scientific papers and learn how to read them and how to implement it. And I did it, and I won, and I banked 50 G's. Yes. So I could pay the color from my car. And this is a consensus algorithm, and it uses how many sub algorithms? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 algorithms inside an algorithm. Look at this code. It's clean as fuck. Here, Honey Badger. I don't think a Udemy guy has this. Can do this. This is what it is. Let us be honest. Sometimes I can be confident, hey? Johannes? You should too. Kamal, share it on Discord. I will take a look right now. What were the criteria for the price? I don't remember. Working implementation, completely tested, benchmarked, documented, and it should benchmark the transaction, blah blah blah. Everything is in the repo. You can run a bench thingy and it will yeah. I share on Discord. I will check. What's going on here? Where is my... Hey, ho! He's playing Valorant. Kaggle! Let me see. The Kaggle web framework. Kaggle is a Django... Ooh. Kaggle is a Django-like web framework that encourages clean and rapid development. You can start a new project using 2 lines of code, run a high... Okay. Challenge accepted. MKdir. Kaggle. I'm gonna make... Why is this... Why? VS Code is slow. May not go, right? Let's try 2 lines of code, right? Hey, oh, I already have 2 lines of code. Let me... Where is this thing? So, yeah. Go get. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, guys. Where is this? My copy pasty thing. Here. Wait, huh? Hell, dude. Paste it in like this. Boom. Go multi needs. Do I need to do something? Can I do github.com? Yeah, I will do it like this, man. Anti-m. Prometheus. Golang protobuf extensions. SQL driver. Crypto. Seago. What is this? This is dependency hell. What else is going on? Man, today I installed more packages than the whole fucking year. What's going on? Okay, so how does this thing work? Can I minimize this thing? Hop. And then, where is VS Code here? Man, I'm not that good in these things. I want to have big screen TVs. All right. Let's see. Let's see what our man made. An interactive shell. That's crazy. Go run. What do I need in my main? Can I do go run main.go shell? Or what is this? Quick start. That's what we need. We're going to say app is going to be Kaggle new. What's going on? Right? It's not important. God damn it. That's because I imported with this thing. With this version, right? Then I'm gonna say app run. Man, the VS Code is doing weird. Right? Go run main.go, right? I probably can do something like app get, yes. For example, you see, I don't need documentation. I will fix it. I will figure it out myself because my man. I'm gonna say hello. Hello handler, right? Func hello handler. What was it gonna take in? I hope I can return an error. If I cannot return an error, Kamal, I can swear to God, this is trash. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna return an error, right? And now I'm gonna figure out what I need in this thing. So I'm gonna do this gd in this get. A context. I cannot return an error, eh? Errors are centralized. Listen, no. Listen, Kamal, you need to refactor this. I'm gonna give you a good tip. You need to refactor this. Listen, listen. I want errors in my handlers. What I'm gonna do? Listen. Look. I will do the context, right? It's gonna be the C. It's gonna be a pointer or something. I don't know. I'm gonna say cargo context. It's not context. What is it then? What context is it then? Okay. You see, you put everything in here, and then your params in a map. But what about these params? Are they safe? Are they concurrent safe? My man. Let's open up main. But why can I not cargo context, right? What's going on? Yeah, I know I need to scroll the readme, but I wanna derive it. That's how you can see how good something is. If you can derive things, I don't need a readme, right? I can do this, right? Get, right? So get here, and then I see, okay, I need a handler, right? You need to learn this, boom, and then go to handler, and then I see I need a context, right? This is the context, but I cannot find it. Kamux context. Kamal, I wouldn't do that. I would keep everything in one namespace. I would keep literally everything in one namespace. So somebody imports cargo. And this one, right? Cargo. And everything needs to be cargo. Tester. Hey, could you elaborate on using gRPC on the client per server side? Was always curious on this. Kamal, explain him. Okay, Kamux. It's gonna be Kamux context. Sometimes you will see the code. Is it cargo Kamux or? Okay, I need the documentation. Cargo barebone. Pointer to cargo context. Why is it not importing? Is it? What's going on? Why is this so complex? Kamux context. Why can I not import this? Kago. Where is Kamux? VS Code is trash sometimes, Kamal. Oh, Kago core Kamux. I don't like it. You should put everything under the same namespace. But it's no worries. That could be another version. No worries. All right, cool. So, very important is for me, and it's just a tip, right? I think, Kamal, don't get me wrong. I think you making this is completely wild, right? It's nobody's doing this, right? So you're doing a very, very, very good job, right? Literally, this is insane. So congrats to that, right? I swear, because it looks very, very in depth, right? This is work. You cannot believe it. How many hours this guy has put into this. So I respect that a lot. What is this? I see some shebang in the chat with the thingy, with the gRPC. Yeah. So tester, listen. So gRPC only works from. Man, I have this wrong pronounce of this works thingy. gRPC only works from machine to machine, right? It doesn't work in the browser. Right? In your browser, you can use Postman or something. But gRPC is from a machine, from a client machine, to communicate between servers, right? That's gRPC. So for example, listen, your browser sends a JSON request, right? So Next.js with React sends a JSON GET request to the gateway, to your gateway, right? And then your gateway is using gRPC to communicate with the microservices. Your gateway will be the client, and all the other microservices will be the servers, implementing the server. That's how gRPC is getting used. Most of the time, they are getting used by the gateway and intercommunication between services. Yeah, you're right, Tester. You're completely right. Isn't a browser a client? That's true. But you could use it, right? I correct me if I'm wrong. I think you could use, but not in your browser, right? Not from here, right? From here you can't, but I'm pretty sure React can do some gRPC stuff, right? I'm pretty sure it can. If that makes sense. So in that way, you are right. But it's not getting used that much like that. Most of the time, gRPC is getting used to communicate intercommunication between microservices because it's high speed, right? If they need to communicate between each other. And most of the time, also the gateway itself with all these services, if that makes sense. Yes. Okay, I need to import this, apparently. I already did this, yeah. Just testing out Kamal is staying. Wait, I'm back in my other project. Here. This thing. So I can do... All right, let's say, I'm going to say this type user. Going to be a struct. This is going to be a user. I'm going to say the name is going to be Kamal. Kamal, and I don't know what age you are. I'm going to gamble. Your age is going to be 4. Right? And then I'm going to say C JSON. Okay, data any user. Probably end user. So JSON returns no error. 29, Kamal. So that's a nice, beautiful age. Kamal, you need, it's a beautiful framework, like I mentioned before, but you're making big mistake. And your big mistake is this. Your handler's not returning errors. It's completely, I don't like it. This needs to return an error. So I can say return JSON, right? So if some, for example, func do complex stuff with my user error, right? This gives an error, right? Listen to this. I'm gonna return nil for now, right? Because we don't have an implementation, right? So I'm gonna say here, if r equals do complex stuff with my user, and the r is not nil, right? What do I need to do? Man, you didn't run it yet. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe I'm. But what do I do here? Is there an ORM in? Man, this is crazy. I'm gonna run it. Kamal is getting angry. I see it. He's getting irritated. I can see it. I can see it, Kamal. He's getting nervous. But it's okay, man. Hey, this is nice. Just run the main go. Okay, cool. This is crazy. Go run main go. What the hell is it? What's going on? Go run main go. It's doing crazy shit. What just happened here? Users migrated. How can my users be migrated? How can my users be migrated? How is this possible? I didn't do anything. I just. What is this? What's going on? Localhost 9313. Let's go. Localhost 9313. 931. Help 9313. Page not found. So listen. Look at this. It's gonna be slash user. No. Maybe user. No. Maybe API. I'm trying to derive. Users. Also not. User maybe. Also not. What's going on? You have an admin. Shell. We need to do the shell. Kamal said. Kamal is saying we need to do the shell. Let me do the shell. Go run. I know how it works. May not go shell. Man, this is crazy, Kamal. I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy. But still, I think it's too crazy. But it's nice, man. This is legit insane. Whoa. What's going on? How many? Where is this thing? Kamal, I need to start you, man. This is guys. How many people? 100. This is too low. I'm even gonna fork this. Look at this. I'm gonna watch it even. I'm already watching it. Here, I'm gonna fork it. Just to fork. Let's go back to Kamal. There are no issues. Look at you. Okay, cool. So we go back to Kamal's thingy. My shell is in VS Code. I'm confused. I'm in the wrong VS Code. Alright, so what can we do? We're gonna say get user. Get. It feels like Ruby. Ruby on Rails. I wanna have the table user. What the hell is going on, Kamal? This is insane. But I would rather type this in one line, if you know what I mean. Like get user, something like that. I don't know. Give me the H. 24. No such table user. I want to do get users or something like that. You see what I mean? Just types. Is it name? Come on. Anyway, I think it should work, but I think I mistyped or something. There is no user right now. Oh yeah, of course there is no user. Idiot I am. Anyway, this looks nice, man. This looks amazing. Although the problem is that you worked on this yourself for a very long time, so I think you have this, how do you say that, like these, you're stuck in your own experience with this. That's why I'm giving you these tips, because if people are going to use it, people are going to use it in a certain way, right? So that's why I think, although this is very nice what you're doing, but I think this error should be, I don't know, I think you should return an error in your handlers. But hey, that's my opinion. Can we can it create APIs from itself? Just watch the admin. How do I do this? I will run this again. Go run main.go. I will run this again. Okay, go. Let me quickly see, because I'm getting stalked. Man, today's a bad day. Anyway, just watch the admin. I'm gonna look the documentation. Here, Kaigo, not Kaigo, Kago. My bad. And Kamal, can I ask you where that name is coming from? Kamal is, but I know Kamal, but the chat is lagging always behind. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. I know it looks like I'm a retard, but it's just this chat. Your message is coming way too long. Go run main.go shell, right? And then create super user. Do I need to reboot this? Is it running? Even though, yeah, it probably will. So /admin. I think I need to. You to quit, yeah. So I think I need to. We cannot do this. Maybe that's already a little hint. Where is my thing? So that if this running, maybe the server should also run, so we can check. Just a thingy. So we're gonna say go run main.go, and it's persisting or what? Holy crap! Look at this. That's gonna be. And then this password is GG. Never. I have users. Man, how long did you work on this? It's encrypted, it's good. Corbin! What is up, man? Welcome. This is crazy. I can delete this guy. Let's make a new one. Wow, man, this is really insane. What's under the hood here? What is he using under the hood? This is pretty 1 year, man. It's really good. It looks very Ruby on Rails-ish, Ruby on Rails-ish, Django-ish. But hey, congrats, man. Template engine, everything. Corbin, I'm fine, man. What about you? What about you? Today we implemented our gRPC server in our microservice and client. It's all working fine, and we had some time left, and Kamal from the community has built a framework and a very good one, a very extensive good one, right? A very in-depth one. It's crazy. So for the people watching this video, Kamal, he made something very nice. Go check it out. Give him a star. This man is a legend. Boom. Here. Kaigo. Good boy, or Kamal. It's very nice. You see, and guys, this is a perfect example, right? Doing these kinds of things will. I mean, Kamal could choose. This did not bring him any money. He could choose to do something else, but he did this, and he received a lot of value from it, right? A lot of knowledge. All right, guys, are there any questions? And if not, then I think I'm going to wrap it up. And tomorrow I'll be back. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be back with, I don't know, give me some suggestions. And otherwise we do this, we're going to do the poker engine. We're going to keep building the decentralized poker engine. Yes. I will wait 1 minute for maybe questions. And then I'm going to eat. It's quiet on YouTube. YouTube is stopped suggesting my content for some reason. All right, guys. For the people that are not subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. If you like my content, if you like what you see here, give me a thumbs up. Leave some comments in the comments. And we're going to test out gRPC. I know. That's what we're going to do, Amir, in the next episode. Maybe tomorrow or maybe another day, because I want to keep it circulating. We're gonna do the gRPC and we're gonna test the whole shebang. That's what we're gonna do. Thanks everyone for watching. Kamal, Amir, Johannes, Corwin, and all the rest. Where is the rest? Kamal, Tester, thanks. Tanker Bay, of course. I'm gonna miss people. Don't be sad. Nightbot, Sandeep, Brett, Amir already said. Tinker Bay already said. Ice Bear, but he's sleeping already. Huck, Federico, Brett once again, and then this guy, RG27 Tuck, Blazingly Faster, and some people I cannot pronounce their name. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video or stream. Bye bye. And now I still need to find, I always need to find this end stream button. It's crazy. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.